What's up guys, Robert Optimal Bodies. Now you're probably fed up of hearing that, and that's sort of what this video is about. So I've made a lot of videos. If you go back onto my YouTube channel or my Facebook page, you'll see a lot of videos and a lot of diet related videos, fitness, health, etc. But ultimately, I'm guessing 99% of people want to lose fat. That's why they start a diet. That's what people get in touch with me. They've got a wedding coming up, they've got a bodybuilding competition, they've got a holiday, etc, etc. They need something that they need to look good for. So the title of this video is, why am I still fat? Okay, so that's not everybody, but majority of people, they don't stick to the diets that I do for them. You never hear from them after a few weeks, or they come back and they've piled it back on, etc, etc. And you can probably relate to it, okay? How many times people have started a diet and it just hasn't worked? So I get a lot of clients telling me, well, I ask them a questionnaire and part of the questions are previous diets and things like that. And so many people have, I did so-and-so diet, Juice Plus, or Atkins, which is actually quite good, so many years ago, and I lost this much weight, but I've put it back on and some more, okay? Etc. I hear all that all the time. So why are we still fat? What's stopping us? Why do we go back to old habits and get back to the old physiques, and some even worse, and that's yo-yo dieting, okay? So why are we still fat? Okay, so it's all good me making videos, giving you advice, tips and things, but if they're not implemented and we can't stick to it for a long period of time, then it's not going to work, okay? So I try my best. So I wanted to look into the reasons why we can't stick to diets, basically, and why we're still overweight, obese, fat, and why is it just climbing and climbing and climbing. Diabetes, heart disease, cancers are all on the rise, and it's not looking good. So once we figure out why, then that might just give you that eye-opening, okay, that just stepping back and looking at the full picture and thinking, a light bulb moment, switch might go off in your head, and you might understand why, and then you can implement it, and we can find some solutions to the problems. Okay, so I've got my top 3 problems, so 3 of them. Number 1, carbs and fat together is very addictive, okay? It sets off this dopamine pathway in the brain, which you may have heard of. It's like a reward pathway, motivation. So if you do something, it's your brain saying, oh, I like that, do it again, do it again, do it again. And that's what drugs do. So you see drug addicts, or you might know them, you might have been in that position in your life if you're unfortunate enough, and it's hard to kick. Smoke is the same thing. You get this reward pathway in the brain. Cocaine, smoking, marijuana, a topic for another day, because I'm sure people have things to say about that. But food has the same thing. Sunlight, sex, anything that your body might need to do or it likes, then it'll set off this dopamine pathway. But the problem is it can be over-heightened and overstimulated too often. Say with caffeine, it's nice having a cup of coffee. Why do you think it's nice? Because it sets off this dopamine pathway. Chocolate, okay, I could ramble on all day about it. So somewhere that system has got crossed, because it's sunlight beneficial, okay? Sex, reproduction, to keep the population going, obviously, that's all good things. So the dopamine system's working good in that sense. So why is it faulty? So carbs and fat together are rarely found in nature. If someone can find that found in nature, an example, let me know. So most things are protein and fat together. So like meat, eggs, animal products, things of that nature. You very rarely get carbs and fat in the high amounts that man-made products that we've created, like pizza, donuts, cakes, just artificial goods, and then that is eaten in abundance, okay? And that sets off this pathway, this reward pathway. It's like more. So no wonder we've still got this obesity epidemic as a nation, because we're eating the wrong foods in the first place. So as you'll see for point 3, it'd be hard to address point 3 because of this, as you'll see. So we're already on the back foot, okay? We're already on the back foot to start with. We're eating the wrong foods, so no wonder we're setting ourselves up for failure, okay? So eat the right foods. We'll go on to solutions for that. So carbs and fat together, no, okay? Number 2, high carbohydrate diets, okay? So it's sort of linked to number 1, but carbs, okay? Everyone, they love carbs, and we know why we love them now, because usually they're accompanied by fat as well, and it's that dopamine response, okay? So carbs spikes your blood sugar, insulin comes in, that's its job, pushes all the nutrients into cells, the sugar, blood sugar comes down and often below what it should be, nice level, about 4 grams at any one point in your bloodstream. So then you get hungry. So it's like sugar spike, yeah, I'm all right for a bit, and then crash, oh, I'm hungry again, up, down, all day, okay? So no wonder we're eating more than we should be. We're going to be fat. That's going to get stored as energy, body fat, okay? Full glycogen stores, liver, muscle, okay? So carbs is going to cause you to be hungry, okay? Much like point 1, carbs and fat together is going to make you keep eating, okay? But if you're hungry, that's just a double whammy, and it's not good for us. And that's partly one of the reasons I think why we're still fat as a nation overall, okay? So we need to stop that, okay? And point 3, as I mentioned before, is willpower, which you need, but it's easy for me to say, right, I just have willpower. That primitive subconscious brain is going to take over, okay? I understand that. It's going to take over if you're carbs and fat together, that's going to help make it take over. Carbs, blood sugar crash, your brain is confused, like your body thinks, oh, we've got no blood sugar, do you know? Eat something, eat, okay? You're going to answer that call. So once you address points 1 and 2, then willpower becomes a lot easier, trust me. So but there's still temptations because of advertising all around us. There's a McDonald's around every corner, okay? Do you want to go out for food tonight? Do you fancy a few drinks at the weekend? Learn to say no and take control and have some pride and feel powerful saying no. And being the black sheep, don't be a sheep, don't follow everyone. We naturally do because we like in hunter-gatherers or in prides and everything, but you need to take that off the table and don't think that you're missing out all the time. Of course, go out every now and again, okay? Or do something, have it as a treat though. It needs to be a special occasion, because if you're wanting to start a diet and the amount of people that I get and say, oh, well, I can't start this month because I've got X, Y, and Z coming up, okay? That's probably going to be every month. So it needs to become a point where you can go to an event, you can stick to your diet, or you might go and do some fasting. I've done videos about fasting. Make it easy. Just don't even eat for that. Eat when you get home, and not drink. Be powerful. People might look at you like you've got AIDS, but okay, they're going to feel like they have in the morning, aren't they? So take pride in that thing and do it. Is it worth this hangover? And look at your body and think, for that few moments of pleasure on your lips and your mouth, is it worth it? Okay. So be powerful and get used to it. So I'd set yourself a goal. Usually a month at a time is good, because then that becomes a really good habit, and you can set yourself a nice target goal, okay? So maybe have it till a holiday's coming up, a month before. Right, I'm not going to drink till my holiday. I'm not going to have carbs till my holiday. I'm not going to have carbs and fat together till my holiday, okay? Things along that lines are going to be really powerful. And if you've got an end goal, a date in mind, you think, right, I can enjoy myself, I deserve this. It feels so much better when you get to your holiday and you can enjoy yourself, and then hopefully you've set them new patterns in your brain, you've set that new habits, and you can go back to what you were doing and be healthy and just have these little treats, okay? If it's more than once a week, even once a week for some people, a treat, it's too often, okay? Because it's just, how many people do what they want at weekends and stick to that through the week and still don't get progress? I see a lot of that, okay? So you need to go month at a time to start with, and then see how you progress, so you can put that up or down depending on the person. Okay, it's very individualistic depending on body fat and your mental state, etc. Okay, so we've got 3 points. So I've spoke a little bit about the solutions. So mainly, number 1, carbs and fat together. Simple, go low carb. Go back to my other videos. I've spoke about eggs, meat, cheese, bacon. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? It can be done. Go back to my other videos about how to eat low carb, how to set up your diet, and what foods you can eat on low carb, okay? And it's high protein. I've done this, my previous videos have been about this. Your body is in search for protein. It loves protein, okay? You won't stop eating until you hit a protein threshold. So no wonder you can eat a massive box of popcorn and still feel hungry in the cinema, because you've got nowhere near how much protein you should have been having. You try binge on steak. No, why do you think these Brazilian all-you-can-eat meat places, fazendas, etc., do so well and stay in business? Because people get full really quick, okay? Feed them protein, you get really satiated, okay? Body's in search for protein, that is number 1, okay? Carbs and fat can be essential in the fats, fat-soluble vitamins, omega-3s, etc., but you do have that stored as body fat as well. So see carbs and fat as energy, okay? Protein, essential. Carbs and fat, see it as energy unless you're getting really lean, which we can talk about that on another occasion, or send me a message or comment, okay? So, willpower, say no, feel powerful, don't be a sheep, okay? Willpower obviously will be better if you address points 1 and 2, okay? Go back and watch this video again as many times as you need to, okay? So, high protein diet, then you can play around with the fats and the carbs. Carbs, your body makes its own carbs. I've spoke about this before and I'm fed up of saying it. And you're probably fed up of hearing it, but your body makes its own carbs. There's special situations for special body fat levels, etc., and performance and athletes where carbs can be a benefit. And I can make videos about that if you want to, or you can send me a private message and we can speak about that. But for 99% of the population, gluconeogenesis, making your own carbohydrate from a non-carbohydrate source, like mainly from your body fat, the glycerol component of your triglycerides. Research it, have a look, and you'll see it is true. You don't need carbs. Anyone says that you do to function is lying and never been on a low carb diet for long enough. Okay, so I think I've got all my points across. We've got 3 big points why we're still fat as a nation, and we've got some good solutions. Okay, and it sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Eating bacon and losing weight and being healthier. Okay, so as I said, message me privately or in the comments. Please share, like, tag your mates if you think this is helpful, and hopefully we can start to be thinner, healthier, leaner individuals, and everything just improves. I've spoken of it before: cancer, diabetes, stroke, heart attack, everything drops down and becomes less of an issue, and that's great. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. See you later.